Space, the final frontier. My name is Captain Foley, and these are my adventures. Hey guys, Captain Foley here for another Captain's Log. Welcome back. Today we're going to be looking at some of the questions from a previous Captain's Log. Not last week's, because last week was all about the Mega Bloks Enterprise build, which I still have up here. I have to move downstairs to its permanent home, I guess. But if you guys really seem to enjoy that, I'm glad you did. Building this thing was fantastic. I'll actually just grab it for you real quick so you can take a look at it. If you haven't seen the video, I would suggest going to check it out. This thing is epically cool, very impressive. Had a few issues with it. Mega Bloks is not the best company as far as this kind of thing goes. I would much prefer that Lego had the contract, but you can't argue with the results. This is actually very nice. A few little snags here and there during the build, but I covered those in my video. So if you haven't checked it out, please go do so. But I've been uploading some of my older Captain's Logs to Captain Foley personal channel and rewatching some of them as I do that, and I kind of strayed away from my Captain's Log formula a little bit, where the first half would be answering your questions and comments or addressing them and then talking about something else. I kind of got away from that for a while because I just get so many comments that I can't hit them all, but I kind of miss the format. I kind of miss engaging with you guys. So I'm going to go through and read a few from the Captain's Log prior to that. In this one, please feel free to leave a question or comment. I'm going to, for the next Captain's Log, I'm going to answer your questions and comments. Whatever you guys want to know, let me know and I will see if I can answer it. I'll also, I upload it to my personal channel as well as the Trekyards channel. So I'll be checking both for questions and comments. So it doesn't matter where you comment. I'll try to get to your question. But anyway, so first one is, dude, if you don't review last night's Orville, I'll be very disappointed. It was pure joy through and through. To which somebody replied, they've not reviewed any of them so far. Disappointing. They've seemingly nailed their colors to the mast, as it were. And I responded, we reviewed the first one and got almost no views for it. We can't produce things that people aren't watching, but we will get to it. Then the guy says, don't blame me, I watched that video immediately. I get it, you guys love Orville, we love Orville as well. We're under no obligation to not review them. Well, some people said, is it a CBS thing? Are you not allowed to review them? That's just silly, we don't work with CBS. Basically we just need to be able to produce content that people are going to watch. And I know a lot of people love Orville. However, looking back at our numbers, we've kind of had to scale that back a bit and rethink that. So we want to cover it, but we're probably going to wait till the end of the season, then go back and kind of cover them all as a whole. I know that's disappointing to a lot of people. I understand that, and I apologize, but we will get to it when we can get to it. Orville has been great this season so far. Much like Discovery's got better this season so far. Orville's been consistently good. This season has had some really great episodes, and the new lady that replaced Alara, I actually like her a lot better. So I'm looking forward to talking about it and reviewing it. Just we haven't had the time or the resources, considering their Discovery and that is both on the same night. It makes it really rough because, like for example, tonight, it's Thursday when I'm filming this. Sorry, it's Wednesday when I'm filming this, but tomorrow night, I watch Discovery, then I watch Orville, then I do a live first reaction to Discovery. I usually mention Orville in my first live reaction, what I thought of it, and go from there. And then we do a bunch of filming on Fridays, and I mean, we could do it. I'm just not sure how it would work out. So we'll see. We'll keep it in mind, but don't worry, Orville's not far from our hearts or from our minds. We will get to it at some point, and we do love it, absolutely. So, the Robot Dove says, have you ever thought about contacting Diamond Select Toys? They've been doing Star Trek stuff since 2001, and while they've slowed down recently with their output, They have been doing Trek for a while now. I dropped Loot Crate though, useless company. Yes, I have contacted Diamond Select. They don't have anything new ship-wise yet. They do have the Ambassador or the Enterprise C coming out soon, and there's also the Reliant that I've heard of on the horizon. They got back to me asking if I'd want to review any of the Kelvin figures, and I said sure. I mean, whatever. So I don't know where that partnership is going or how that's going to be affected, if that's going to become a normal thing. But we are in talks with them, so stay tuned for that. As for Loot Crate, yeah, I'm really disappointed. My representative from there is also, he was shocked that they had canceled the Star Trek mission crates. They do have a Star Wars one coming out, but it's like a one-time thing. So unfortunately, we can't get on board with that. We would just have to, I'd have to order one and then review it that way. But Loot Crate seems, I stopped my Loot Crate subscription probably a year ago or more, just because the quality was kind of going down. But there's still a discount code for Trekyards. If you ever need to sign up for Loot Crate, you can still save yourself 10% using the discount code Trekyards. So there's that. I'm not really using them myself, so it's down there. Jeffrey Orstein says, watching those captain's logs on the other channel could get quite addictive. And he's, of course, talking about the original early captain's logs. And I'm glad somebody's really finding them useful and enjoying them. Rewatching them is kind of funny because I'm talking about things that are irrelevant now, because that was like 4 years ago. And it's kind of funny to go back and watch them and see how things have progressed, how I've changed, how I've got more confident. But I do love the original formula of answering your questions or addressing your comments, and then maybe teaching you about a piece of Star Trek tech at the end of the captain's log. Lately, they've just kind of been like, hey, I don't have anything to really talk about, so I'm going to talk about this, that, and the other thing. I really think I'm going to go back to addressing your comments and questions, because you guys are important. You make the channel go. The Packlids. You are smart. You will make the channel go. Yeah, so I'm the Packlid in this situation. You make the channel go with your input and stuff. So looking forward to hearing what you guys have to say and addressing your questions and comments, because it's really fun to do that. I love hanging out with you guys, and hopefully you guys feel the same way. So Disco Prize says, went to go get the backpack but need a non-white color. When in black, I'll be back. Teespring, the Teespring store has a lot of cool stuff. So check out the link down below to the Teespring store. Lots of cool Trekyard stuff there. Mugs, phone cases, blankets, pillows, socks, a whole bunch of stuff. We even have a shower curtain now and a backpack, and we're going to be getting some coasters and a few other things. I have some coaster samples coming from Sticker Mule. We're going to be, I'm getting the samples so I can show you guys and then make an order to get some to ship to you guys. That won't be attached to the Teespring store at all, unfortunately, because a few other issues. Now, Teespring also does hats and things, and I've tried to make a hat with their template. Their site is very confusing, and they're not very helpful with doing that. Same with the backpack. I made the backpack assuming there'd be various colors, but there's apparently, I had selected only the one color, so I need to go back and revisit that and pick up or add a black backpack to that, because our logo looks so much better on black. Black in general is the way to go with that. So sorry for that. I will be trying to address that issue, and when I have it updated, I'll let you guys, every time I update something in the Teespring store, I'll let you guys know, so you guys can go check it out. If there's something cool you want to grab or look at, by all means do so. So there you go. Kevin Clark, weren't you guys going to make a Star Trek fan film yourselves? What happened with that? Yes, we did have an in-universe Trekyard story featuring Captain Foley from the TOS era and Commander Calkins from the post-Voyager era that were going to come together and kind of be like a motion comic. We had some voice people set up, some friends and stuff that wanted to do voice bits for it. It was going to be really cool. Our artist dropped out, and then the guidelines hit for the fan films, and we weren't sure how that would be affected. So we haven't really gone too much back into that. We do still have the original idea, of course. It's something that we want to do, should we have the time. Now that actually addresses something I do want to talk about. We need an editor. we need somebody that can edit this stuff in Adobe Premiere. Samuel will give you all the instructions. There's a little quick video tutorial he did on how a Trekyards episode gets put together. We've had 1 or 2 editors in the past that have done it for like a month or 2. That's really freed up Samuel so that we could film other stuff. Because right now Samuel he films and he does all the editing as well. So it's kind of rough for him because he's always doing Trekyards. If we could get a full-time editor or 2 that is familiar with Adobe Premiere and is willing to work with us a little bit, we would love to have you guys on board to help out any way you can. So by all means, put your comments down below if you can help us as an editor. That could free up time for us to actually tackle this project that we wanted to do. But you know, we're trying to get it off the ground, but with everything else we're doing, it's just insane. We just got to keep up our regular content and, you know, our regular guests and stuff, and we've had quite a few of those filmed that haven't been released yet, so those are on the way. But keep in mind, we are trying. If we have any assistance from you guys, if anybody wants to be a film editor for us, you get a sneak peek at the episodes, obviously, and all the raw uncut footage, all the bloopers and everything. So I mean, that might be worth it if you're interested. We're not sure about compensation yet as far as payment goes. There's something we need to talk about. We don't make a lot of money doing this, but we would like to be able to have our editor receive something for their efforts. So we're not sure how that's going to play out yet, but if you want to contact us and have a trial period or something, by all means, please do so. Put your comments down below or reach out to us at trekyards@hotmail.com and just put in the subject line editor or want to help or something like that, so that we can address that and maybe get you guys on board so we can free ourselves up for other projects like the original motion comic. That's another thing, watching the old Captain's logs, seeing all the projects we have. This is coming up, or this will be coming up, or this is an idea we're working on. It's like some of them panned out, some of them are still in development, some of them just kind of dead-ended. It's kind of sad in a way to go back and see that, but we've still tried to maintain that regular amount of quality for you guys, and hopefully we've done that. Also, our lives are really fun. It's a good way for us to interact with you guys, kind of like this here is. And every Tuesday, Wednesday, our random lives that we do at 5 Eastern Standard Time. Friday, either at 4 Eastern Standard Time or 5 Eastern Standard Time, is our Discovery review, our full review. And then Sunday, usually Sylvia and myself will do a live, doing a yay or nay. That series has proved really popular, where we look at episodes from each series and give it a yay or a nay, whether we love it or we don't, whether it's worth watching or not. I mean, they're all worth watching. They're Star Trek, but those have proven really popular as well. So that's another way for you guys to interact with us and if you have any questions or concerns or comments, you can join the lives and address them that way. Super chatting always helps out the channel as well. Excuse me. Super chatting always helps out the channel as well, as does Patreon and things like that. If you can help us out with those ways, or just heading over to the Teespring store, that's all very beneficial. Helps us out, is fantastic, gets you some cool stuff, and gets you guys involved. So if you can, please do so. If you can't, we understand. Don't worry too much about it. Just sharing it around, being a regular viewer, just watching what we do, that's all important as well. So yeah, so that is a thing that will hopefully eventually happen. It's a great idea. You guys will love it if we actually do it, because it's a great story that we have planned. And you've seen how Samuel's Temporal Anomaly has done. His Convergence is looking really good, his next fan film. He's an expert script writer, great director, great special effects guy. So it'll be a fantastic thing that we do. I'm looking forward to personally being in a fan film. Even if it's just a avatar of me or whatever, because it's a motion comic, that'd be cool. I would just love to do it. I am in Convergence. I do make a guest appearance, a cameo role, so you can stay tuned for that if you're interested in seeing Captain Foley in that. But yeah, so there you go. Limac Ajax, could you guys make a Klingon hand weapon breakdown in comparison to the Star Trek Discovery weapons? I kind of like the mini Batleth, but I hate the big one. If it's even if it is a Batleth. Well, the big one is a bat'leth in Discovery. It's an awfully designed bat'leth. We actually talk about it. We did a video on it last season when we first saw it revealed at San Diego Comic-Con. It's not designed anywhere near effectively as a weapon. It's kind of not even something you would consider to be a weapon. It's not designed as well as the regular bat'leth. The small ones, the mechleths, are pretty cool, but I mean, we could do some kind of breakdown like that at some point. That might be a good live topic. The lives, even if you have suggestions for live topics, because we try to mix it up and have Tuesday and Wednesday be something non-Discovery related, because Friday's Discovery, and of course Sunday is generally just something else. It's not really Discovery. We don't want to have strictly Discovery content on here, because we know a lot of people don't like Discovery, and a lot of people last year complained that we did too much Discovery coverage and not enough of the regular stuff. So the Saturdays we're also trying to keep away from Discovery, unless there's a really cool ship or something that comes out in that week's episode that we will cover. So keep that in mind, guys. But yes, looking at Klingon weapons might be an interesting breakdown. We'll see. I've got to make a captain's log. LOL. Childish, I know. Sorry. That was Rob Moss that said that. I know, the captain's log thing. Every time I write it or say it, I'm thinking the exact same thing. And it's like, ugh, I'm going to get lambasted. Sam Greenwood, trying to get everything cheaper. The t-shirt costs are $32 Canadian. Well, Teespring sets the prices for those. That's based on they don't mass produce the stuff. They make it as it's ordered, so their costs are pretty high. I mean, I can try to get them down, but I mean, $30 for a t-shirt is a little bit excessive, I guess. But then again, it's a premium, like one-of-a-kind t-shirt. Well, not one-of-a-kind. It's if you want the speciality of the Trekyards thing. Right now, that's the only option we really have. We do occasionally do some through EverPress. We do limited runs through them where we get like 50 made up or whatever, and but they're a little bit cheaper, but not too much. Anyway, there you go. We'll work on it, but right now that's kind of what we do. We just make them and they set the prices. I don't even know if there's an option for me to set the prices. I think there might be, but I'd have to look into it. As we do more and create more content on there, we unlock more features of the site and more merchandise and stuff. So that's something that I can look into for you guys. Absolutely. Red Wolf 61 says, cool merch. The Andorian ones are great. Yes, we have some great pinups. One was our classic Trekyards pinup. The regular one was done by Simon Marino. The other ones are all done by John F. Ridley, who is a fantastic artist. He lives about half an hour, well, about an hour from me, actually. Good guy, fantastic artist. We've got a Cardassian, we've got an Andorian, a Cetacean, a Romulan, a Klingon, and we have more in the works. We want to do an Orion, of course. We want to do some of the other races as well. But right now, we have quite a few different pinups on the Teespring store. There's even a blanket. There's a fleece blanket with all the Trekyards pinups on it. I personally want it, but they don't send out samples. So I need to get the money together to grab one. It's like $70. It is a little bit much for a fleece blanket, I suppose, but it's fleece, and but that's something I'd love to have up here in the ready room for when we have guests over or whatever. They can cover up with a Trekyards blanket. That'd be kind of cool. We also have wall tapestries and posters and a whole bunch of other cool stuff at the Teespring store. So go check it out and let me know your thoughts, because it's important what you guys think, and that's why doing these Captain's Logs where I talk to you guys is of great importance. What is going on here? There we go. And last one for today, Katanis, Trekyards soap on a rope, question mark, as long as it's not sandalwood. It's funny because one of Sylvia's good friends, Sabrina, Busy Bee Soaps, she has her own business, and she wants to make some different Star Trek inspired scents and cool soaps. So that's something we've been considering as well. Don't know if you guys would be interested in that. Stuff like, masculine stuff like brandy and leather. smelling, you know, like call it the captain's chair or something. Maybe put a fart smell in there. I don't know. But stuff like that is, I think, getting a little weird. You know, it's Trekyards soap. Yeah. But, you know, if you have people that are, you know, have the skills to make these things and are willing to help out, and it benefits them, it benefits us, you know, why not pass that on to you guys? So something we've been considering, but yeah, it seems kind of silly to me, the whole Trekyards soap thing. But anyway, yeah, check out the Chief Spring store down below. Also check out all the other relative links. Go to Eagle Moss, click that link down below. That helps us out, just clicking that and checking out their site. And if you want to buy anything, any orders of $50 or more, if you enter the discount code Trekyards at checkout, you can save yourself 15% off your order, which is absolutely fantastic. So doing that as well is great. There's also our Patreon down there. If you want to help us out via PayPal, you can do so. Just our address is trekyards@hotmail.com. You can send us a PayPal donation or head on over to trekyards.com and click the donate button. That's another way to do that as well. And of course, one of the best ways to help us out is to join us on the lives. Like I said, every Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday, or sometime on the weekend. Sometimes it changes from Sunday. But it's always advertised prior on the Trekyards page on Facebook. So if you guys check that out and you see an upcoming one, by all means join us. And if you're able to, if you can super chat, we'll see your question. We'll have to read your comment or concern or question on there. And it's a great way to interact with us, as well as leaving comments for me on my captain's logs. And you get to hang out with us. It's usually about 2 hours each one. Sometimes we go a little bit longer. Sometimes it's a little bit shorter, depending, but we generally go for about 2 hours. And we're still releasing all of our regular content as well. So, and don't worry, mission briefings on Wednesdays will be coming back. Just with Discovery Now and all the other stuff we need to do, it's just hard to get those filled in there. So we need to go on a filming spree and kind of get a backlog built up. But again, an editor would definitely help with that. So if you're interested, if you know someone that's interested that wants to help out Trekyards in some small way, by, you know, being an editor and being a part of the team that's building these episodes, like I said, you get a sneak peek of the episode, you get to see the bloopers in our recordings, and all the, you know, deleted scenes, so to speak. So you put it together, you edit it together. Samuel will check it out and tell you any corrections you need to make. But anyway, guys, if you can help us out, that'd be great. That's about it for this Captain's Log. It's been a longer one, but I'm sorry. I feel like I've got back to that original Captain's Log formula, and it's kind of re-energized me today. I didn't really want to come up here and film this today, but I know it needed to get done, and I thought, well, why not go back to that old formula? Because it really worked. I enjoy watching my old Captain's Logs because I hit some really cool points, and the questions and stuff from you guys were great early on. But then it just got to the point where I had like 200 comments and I couldn't get to them all, and it was just, but anyway. So yes, by all means, whether you're on the Captain Foley personal channel right now or the Trekyards channel, by all means, leave a comment down below or a question for me. I'll answer whatever you guys want, or talk about whatever you want, and I'll try to get to them all in the next Captain's Log, so stay tuned for that. And of course, as always, no matter what channel you're on, subscribe to both of the channels, the Trekyards channel and the Captain Foley personal channel, and definitely check out other videos by us as well. We got a lot of cool stuff all the time, and we love making it for you guys. So until next time, guys, I'm Captain Foley. Live long and prosper. Bye-bye.